Hi, and welcome to College Planning Untangled, where we simplify the college planning process for our families and all those teens trying to get ready. We are in the throes of those juniors and, just trying to kind of acclimate to planning for college. And then, of course, we've got our seniors that are getting ready for senioritis and all the fun things that come along with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm Kristin Clark. I'm your career exploration coach, and Bobby Hood, who is our SAT ACT guru. Bobby, what's
Absolutely.
going on today at your house?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just enjoying the beginning of the year and all the students like telling me about colleges they're getting accepted to, and all those seniors are like starting to figure that process out and make their decisions.
Yes, exciting times.
Yeah.
Well, along with that, today we're going to talk about career trends. So, especially
Yeah.
for the seniors out there, you're going to have to start deciding on a major. And of course, before you want to start deciding on a major, you have to decide what kind of career you're interested in so that you can
Yeah.
pick a major that supports that goal. And we've got some really interesting stuff, Bobby. I don't think any of it's surprising to me, but when you're thinking about a career, here are some good ideas to talk about with your kids regarding what kind of career path that is trending up right now. So you can actually get a job when you get out of college, which is cool. We want
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what we talk about all the time. Like you've got to you got to know something about what sort of career you want to be able to even pick a college and pick a major and all that. And so think about what kind of careers are going to be, popular when you're getting out.
absolutely. So, and this first one is a hot topic out there, and that's all around tech with, with AI becoming such a big thing
Hmm.
and getting kids acclimated to this. This, to me, Bobby, is a very good example of know what college you're going to and if they have this type of degree, because it is new. And that
Right.
is understanding AI, knowing what kind of prompts to put in, and so many
Mhm.
businesses are going to be taking on these new, I don't even know what to call it, I guess new trends, this new way of doing business,
Mhm.
and AI is going to be a big part of it. And if you don't get on board, you're going to be left behind.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, no matter what job you're going to be doing, there will very likely be some element of AI incorporated into it. And
Yeah.
yep, and so it would make sense. I mean, I think a lot of students are going to be finding if they head into college next year that they're probably going to end up taking a class that incorporates it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that they can't, because
right,
it's,
exactly.
it's interesting. I've been dabbling with it, and I'm sure you have because you're one of those early adopters. Really knowing how to ask the right questions to get the right answers. And then also, in so many different levels too. And we won't spend this much time on every category. I just think this one's
Right.
fascinating right now. But in the creative sector, in the tech sector, in legal, in
Mhm.
writing technical white papers. There's so much medical,
Mhm.
there's so many areas that this is going to touch. So AI, we've also got cybersecurity that falls under this
Ah,
category,
right.
as well as data science. So for anybody that doesn't know what data science is, it's really taking on huge amounts of data and parsing that out and figuring out what it means.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, it really is interesting. I mean, I have a friend from Austin that I knew who worked in cybersecurity and moved into that career after doing other different types of careers and ended up, working for this cybersecurity company and going to conferences about cybersecurity. Like, it is amazing what a big job that is now, and how 10 years ago it was only a very small niche. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the second category, and Bobby, I really kind of feel like maybe we only do two today because there's
Sure.
so much to talk
Yeah,
about
we
with
might
all
need to
these.
delve into each of these. Yeah.
Yeah. The other is this whole idea of a green economy
Okay. Yeah.
where, people are worried about our earth and it's getting more and more intense
Mhm.
that we've got to really worry about how long are we going to be around. So
Right.
sustainability, with more people, we're going to have to figure out how to do better with our food, do better with how we treat our land, all of the things. And, I know that there's a really robust program out at like Arizona State University for this.
Mhm.
I'm not
Sure.
quite sure in all of the others. I just based on some clients that I've had that have really gotten deep into this, and that was a big draw for them for Arizona State. So again, finding that college that has a sustainability program, if that's something that people are interested in.
See, that's really interesting because, in the past, like you might be getting a degree in biology or ecology or something like that. But now, I mean, it never occurred to me until you just said this, but I mean, like 20 years ago, suddenly companies started having a chief information officer or technology officer, right? And I bet a lot of companies probably already having chief sustainability officers, right? And that's going to be an entire department. It's going to have to be.
I think
right?
it's going to have to be because it's important to a lot of people. And you think about it, not only important to have those practices, but then also have a team that can communicate that. So even
Absolutely.
a marketing team that understands it and can say, here's what we're doing for the environment. We have this great product. We know you want it. Things like Apple products, those kinds of things. How are we going to make sure that we're not filling landfills and doing all that stuff too?
Well, I think that's what's really fascinating about this is one of the ways to find what are going to be the jobs that really are going to be, a new growing area coming up is to look at the things that the teenagers today really care about. Like they're going to want to buy products from companies that are sustainable. They're going because they understand, they see the wildfires in California and say, oh, okay, I see what's happening. And so they're going to actually care a great deal about this, which means that economics is going to require the companies like finally start taking action on this and take it seriously. So those are the jobs to look for, is the jobs that that the teenagers today are going to care about moving.
And you're bringing up a really good point, Bobby, because I don't think your Gen Xers are really the ones going, woohoo, sustainability. We got to really look
only
at
a minor portion of us, right? Like because we just didn't grow up thinking about it, right?
Exactly. And these kids have heard about it since they've been really young. So you're right. And as parents, I think you got to realize that too, and understand that this is a changing world. And these are things that are important to the younger generation. So, I see a lot of times parents might be like, what in the heck is it? Is that, can you do a job at that? Can you make money doing that? These things, you're going to be making money and there are going to be jobs for sure.
Absolutely. And I think the way to wrap that up is like when you think 10 years ago when students were talking about, hey, I think I want to work as like a social media director at a company. And 10 years ago, we were like, oh, what kind of job is that? That's silly. And I mean, that is a job that is very well, like every company has a social media director and they are making good money and they are really important.
It's a big deal.
You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And within this green ecology too becomes renewable energy. Yeah. So the wind farms, what are we going to be doing with all of that stuff? And I don't know if I could even tell you what else there is, Bobby, but I know it's big, right? There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that's the job of the students to go look into these industries and they're the ones who are going to know what those things are. And they're going to look at that because they're going to be the generation that if we can get out of this leads us out of it. That's the thing.
Absolutely. So the two big ones that we're going to talk about today were tech. So the AI, cybersecurity, data science, and then your green economy being sustainability, renewable energy, and then environmental consultants to make sure that we're taking care of our earth. Those are big hot trends right now and for a good reason.
Absolutely.
Next week we'll talk more about some other careers that are really important and trending right now. So I look forward to it, Bobby, and
all right.
We'll see you next week.
Excellent. Let's see you then.